There's a terrifying moment that can happen inside the human mind. The walls still exist. The people around you still speak. Reality is still there. But suddenly, the feeling of reality vanishes. We often assume our eyes work like a video camera, recording an objective environment so we can navigate streets or recognize faces without thinking. In reality, your brain is performing an act of construction. It takes incomplete electrical signals from your eyes, ears, and skin, stitching them together into what you call the world. This is predictive processing. Before senses even finish delivering information, the brain projects its own model of reality. Optical illusions demonstrate this shortcut. When conflicting data enters, the central projection stubbornly holds on, refusing to correct itself. Evolution prioritized fast decisions over perfect truth. Because we rely on these predictive shortcuts to survive, our experience of the physical world remains fragile and vulnerable to collapse. When the brain is pushed past its limits by environmental stress, the predictive model fractures. Sleep deprivation, for instance, starts distorting perception in shocking ways. Memory fragments blend into waking life. The brain, desperate for coherence, generates patterns that aren't there, moving shadows in the periphery or phantom voices hidden in background noise. These breaks feel real because the brain uses identical physical machinery to process external senses and imagined experiences. When the system is exhausted, the line between internal and external signals disappears. Everyday emotions also warp the environment. Anxiety makes neutral faces appear threatening. Depression changes the perceived speed of time. While the physical world remains unchanged, the lens through which you experience it has mutated. For the observer, reality itself has shifted. Structural neurological damage reveals how the brain builds reality in separate layers. A physical injury can delete entire categories of experience while leaving the rest of the picture intact. In prosopagnosia, a person can see every feature of a face, the eyes, the nose, the chin, but cannot recognize their own family members. This proves that the act of seeing is distinct from the act of understanding. Hemispatial neglect is even more profound. After specific brain injuries, one entire half of a person's physical world vanishes from their awareness. They may only eat from the right side of a plate because the left side no longer exists to them. Their eyes are working perfectly, and the optic nerves are sending the data. However, the brain's rendering engine has stopped constructing that hemisphere of space. Meaning, identity, and space are active constructions of the mind. You can lose half of your reality while your eyes still function. The internal feeling of me is the deepest layer of this construction. When the predictive system destabilizes, the identity model can fracture. Chronic anxiety can trigger derealization, where the world feels artificial or simulated. To an outside observer, the person appears functional. Internally, they feel as though they are watching life through a pane of glass. Neuroscience suggests the self is an active process, a continuously updated model built from memory and body awareness. In severe dissociative cases, this model fails. Patients may deny ownership of their own limbs or perceive phantom presences in an empty room. If the observer experiencing the world is just another constructed model, then objective reality was always an illusion. This subjectivity provides the basis for understanding how we interact with one another. Every individual lives inside a different reality, dictated by their unique biology, memory, and experience. Two people can witness the same event and experience completely different worlds. Empathy is a neurological bridge. It is the recognition that we only ever see an interpretation of someone else's experience, never the experience itself. Despite this fragility, the brain is plastic. Its physical structures reorganize and heal after injury or disruption. Therapy can rebuild the sense of self in derealization. Sleep restores the brain's rendering capabilities. The brain breaks, but it also rebuilds. The fact that perception can fail proves that consciousness is an active achievement. Every moment, billions of neurons transform darkness and electrical impulses into a cohesive reality. You are not observing the world. You are continuously creating it.